Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, family and friends. I hope you're having a great day. Today, we're going to start off with a Dixie on a daily time frame. Yesterday, we didn't go over crypto that too deep because it was kind of going sideways, but we were looking for downside. Targets were hit. I did take a long off of 1640 on ETH, but we are going to play hot potato with our scalps because Dixie is going again to the target that we're looking for. We are looking at this as a nice little support, and then we can look at this as an ascending triangle, hopefully breaking to the top side as a continuation pattern. I'm looking for that 1-to-1 extension. Probably said it lots of times to you guys. Once we claim this area at 104.50-ish when we have a daily close, the next extension I'm looking for is going to be quick and fast. Another thing is today we are going to get the Fed minutes, so keep in mind that that's gonna add some fuel to the fire on one way or the other. And if they start giving people um, a reason to sniff a zero point 0.5 increase, I'm pretty sure we're going to price that in before the next Fed meeting. I think it was like March 3rd. So just be aware of the fundamentals of the market, not just the technical analysis. All right, I'll leave it at that. Like I said, daily close above 104.60, and we're not that far away. If we get that close, we should be looking for a nice pop up. I'm going to put my alert to the downside because I actually need a warning for a short, not my. Okay, there you go. So if we go under 104, you'll have me post it in the channel like, hey guys, Dixie alert. That means Dixie is breaking down under 104, and then you should be looking for upside on Bitcoin and ETH. But if you guys are following along yourself, you can see that right now price action is saying, hey, it wants to go up. If it gets up there and we have continuation past the 200 EMA, you guys will probably see a nice pullback on Bitcoin and ETH if everything is holding correctly. Last, I want to say, few days, if not a week or two, Dixie and Bitcoin are correlating. That inverse relationship is not as inverse as it normally is. So just be aware of that, and just wanted to say that for food for thought for you. And now let's go turn up the indicators. Let's go to Bitcoin. Okay. So this is Bitcoin on a daily. As I was saying, kind of looks like a head and shoulder. Um, I'm not gonna say it's a head and shoulder due to the fact that this is a continuation pattern after a break. Like accumulation, markup. This is just a consolidation pattern, in my opinion, for continuation. Same one-to-one extension I'm looking for on Dixie, I'm looking for on Bitcoin, which is why I'm like, things don't they're not supposed to move together, and the fact they're doing it is like a little bit confounding, but it doesn't matter to us. We're just going to trade the price action the way it is. As you can see, we were looking for shorts from 25, 3, 4, around there. People who got it, if they were patient enough for 1, 2, 3, for like 7, 8 days, they finally got a little bit of a pullback. They should be taking their profit. All we're doing is testing the breakout area of around 23.3. That level was very important to us, and before that was like 22.5. Yeah, 22.5. So naturally, as we're coming down to the downside, we have room to the downside. If we come and test into 23.3, that is nothing to be worried about. This is the only uh, an issue for these over leveraged longs who bought like in those last 7 days, like at the top. Of course, you're going to be shitting yourself coming over here, but you should have been aware that this kind of move is not natural. Every time this kind of stuff happens, I'm just like, I shorted there, I shorted here, I shorted here. I understand that, hey, you're shorting in an uptrend, but dude, that's how I scale. Okay. So that's all I'm trying to get at is right now that should have been expected. If you think you got the long here and you got this ride and you didn't take profit over here, then you're not a trader. You're just buying, holding, and hoping for the moon. And that's the goofiest mentality. Okay, you're not a trader, you're an investor. Stay as an investor. Stop looking at charts. You know, your daily, you don't need to look at shit then. Just keep your stuff in your hard wallet and go home. You know, live your daily life. You don't need to care about this and that. Your goal is gonna come to you in 4 or 5 years. You're not trying to care about daily price action, weekly price action. That shit don't matter to you. So just keep your stay in your lane basically. You know, if you're an investor, buy, hold, go away. DCA, go away. If you're a trader, okay, think a little bit more critically. Okay, um, yeah, this is the kind of yelling I do in members, by the way. So, by the way, if you're interested in trading with me live or asking me anything live, please join our Discord server. The link to the Discord server is in the description of this video below. It's completely free. There is a paid side for more serious traders where I like basically berate you and tell you why you're doing something wrong or good job you're doing something right. Watch out for this, watch out for that, take profit here, you should move your style. Like basically help you trade manage, risk management. You know, sometimes I even get you higher leveraged confirmation, like go ahead, do it. Whatever you need, I'm here to help you refine your trading strategy. If you're already a winning trader, I don't need to make you change your style, but if you can increase your trading accuracy with some of the tips and tricks that I can give you, that's more beneficial for you in whatever time frame you're trading. Okay, so more power to you. Last but not least, since I'm doing all that spiel right now, please, if you could, leave a like, subscribe, press the bell button for notifications. If you have any questions or comments, leave in the comment section below and I'll get back to you in the next video. If you have another asset or another market you want me to cover, leave it in the comment section below and I'll be more than happy to get to you in the next video. All right. Please feel free to share with family and friends. That way we can help grow the algorithm. And back to it. So as I was saying, if we come to 23.3, you should not worry. Technically, you shouldn't even panic if we come to 21,700. It's just that if you're scalping along, right, and you guys got long over here, you should consider doing something with that position under 23.3 as in like stop loss or DCA or however you want to manage your trade. And then you should be prepared to come to about 22,050 to 22,000, like 100-ish, just as a test before you go back up higher. Like this is like the most extreme I would expect it, but this is stupid given kind of situation. You should expect this to tap today. And let's go to the 4 hours so you can understand a little bit better. And in ETH is doing something very similar. I did take the long, but I'll show you what I'm doing in a second. So here you go. What we got the issue with is that we are closing on a 4 hour under the 21 EMA, and now we're testing the 55 EMA. More than likely, we're probably going to go test into the 200. Just because it's a Fed news event day, they're going to shake the range. So what I'm expecting is down, up in this range. Okay. If you are scalping along, your opportunity is around 23.3 to around 22.5. Any lower than that is like a risk. Okay. Then we got to look at other things because it's like you don't want to be testing this order block over here. This is supposed to be your support. So any lower than like 22.3 is just not worth it. So that's why I'm giving you this higher level. On the daily, I gave you a lower level, okay? But if you're scalping, like I said, stay in your lane. I want you to start assessing your risk at 22,650 for downside, further downside continuation, like stealing all this liquidity here. And if they're gonna go for that, they're not gonna stop. I'm looking for like one of those death moves to like 19,200-ish. Because this is gonna be an area, 20,700 is gonna be an area, this purple is gonna be an area. I'm looking for those three levels as my pain point for all this retail wreckage that's coming. And that's why, if you're interested in joining our Discord members, March Madness is gonna be just that because I'm expecting a lot of volatility and we're gonna be scalping it. So please feel free to join us. And that's basically why I'm saying downside wise, scalp opportunity. Upside wise, you have an opportunity to short right here at 24,500. due to the fact that that is our breakdown point. First tap into it, you probably get a dead cat bounce kind of situation. It needs to prove price needs to prove that it's bullish by closing first above 24.5 and then eventually above 25.3. Then we can look for that $27,000 target that we had next, okay, on a higher time frame. Until then, you have to see where we find our support. And if it wants to trickle down, it can trickle down in a little descending channel or a little triangle consolidation here. Whatever you want to draw, whatever your heart desires and whatever you see in your mind's eye, you could draw it. The point of the matter is we're testing for support until we get a 4-hour open and close above 24.5. I'm not excited for trying to break the high and go higher. And then if we start continually closing 4 hours under 24,000, you know that 23.3 is going to sneak up on you quick and fast. And you could even go lower due to the fact that today's a Fed minutes announcement. People are going to be digesting that paper for about 24 hours and trying to pick it apart as to what the Fed is saying about inflation. So be prepared and aware for that, okay? Before I waste any more of your time, let me go to Ethereum and then I'll get us out of here. So I have a short already and I have a long. I'm in a straddle, but I longed 1639 and change. So I'm not like that off of my long, and my short's obviously in profit. And I took my short at 1645 or something just because I was making this video and I wasn't gonna get into a long when I'm expecting downside. I'm just scalping that long, and then when my long goes underwater and my short is green, I will be adding to my long at around like 1550 ish. I have other levels, but yeah. Let's go over this right now because it might not even get to that level. On a daily, as you can see right now, ETH is a little bit stronger than Bitcoin. It's actually holding the midpoint very, very well. And as long as we're not closing daily under 1635 today, I would be looking for us to continue a little bit higher into like 1675 again, 1680. 1675 is where my TP is for my long. I'm going to like literally leave a limit there because I'm going to go to work and I don't care if it hits or not. For my short, I would be probably trying to get out around 1550, 1560. And in this range is what I'm like, I see this as like a head and shoulder kind of setup. Okay. So in this range between 1750 and 1450, that $300 range is where I'm going to be doing my damage, knowing that, hey, we have higher lows. So you got to be very cautious with your short. So the long, I want to add to my long as low as I can in hopes that this fake inverse head and shoulder will turn into, fake head and shoulder will turn into an inverse head and shoulder. Like, see, this was a head and shoulder. We didn't break down. It trapped longs and it actually liquidated them. Now this took out the longs, over leverage longs, and now it's making an inverse head and shoulder in this large consolidation, right? So if you go to a weekly, you could probably see this, but it's making a large inverse head and shoulder. Like here's your shoulder, here's your head, and now you're making that next shoulder. And then when you break this neckline right here, right, you make this retail line over here on the top. That's your neckline for your inverse head and shoulder. The continuation is going to be the levels that we're looking for. So I'm looking for us to come into 1880 for sure. And then I have levels higher. Okay. So I'm looking for that upward continuation. And you see this angle of this? Just throw that sucker right here. And you're going to see that right now markets are going up. We're just testing support. So ideally, if you did not, say you're not in a position right now, right? Like I took my trades in the morning. Last night, I got out of all my stuff. So I took my trades literally a half an hour before making this video. I'm looking for us to get into 1600 if we can. Actually, let's go to a 4 hour. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go to a lower time frame so you guys can understand like fine tuning your entries and exits. So I'm looking at this as a bullish order block. I'm looking at this as a bearish order block. Between this and this is our 0.50. The 200 EMA is the like halfway point, I would say, between top bottom, of these two peaks. So this is a good area that I would like to take a long stop off of. And this is around 1590. Candace, shout out to Candace, shout out to Jamie, 1590, 1590, 1590. You guys understand what I mean by that? 1590, 1590. Every member should know what the fuck I mean by that. 1590. All right. Yeah, 1590. 1602 is your weekly average, meaning that since I was shouting 1590 like how many days ago and how long I've been doing that, since we've been going sideways, now even the weekly level is at the same level. So 1590 closing a daily or a 4 hour underneath that is very, very cautious. Be cautious for, quick move down kind of situation. As long as we're holding here, this 1590 is a huge, 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 huge level of support now. Moving forward in time, that level is probably going to be very significant, like how 1150, 1250 golden pocket was for ETH, because that marked basically the best area to long. So just be aware of that 1590. Once you lose that level, I'm looking for like 1500 to like 1390 for areas of interest. Once we get this accumulation done and you are closing 4 hours above 1675, 1680, by the way, my long TP is 1680. I'm not even looking for a higher. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm going to take my 1640 to 1675. I'll take my profit. I'm going to add to my short around 1675. And if this breaks up, I will let my short be underwater until I scalp along. And that's my way of doing it. I don't know how I don't recommend you guys do that. I'm just telling you up front what I'm gonna do, so you guys are not like, oh, you did this and blah blah blah. I'm like, look, man, go watch the video. My entire plan is there for you. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I already have a long off of the low of yesterday off this 100 EMA. I mean, 100 EMA low of yesterday. That's 2 points of confluence right there for me. If I turn on my indicators, you would see POC and VPR. Like, I have a lot of stuff that I show members 2, 3 different ways of knowing, hey, this is the area you need to do something. Otherwise, why are you trading in air? This is called miter air. Don't be trading in air, have points of confluence so you know what you're doing. So as I was saying, even if we get to 1675, I'll be taking a short there because I'm looking for a little bit more drag down. And then when we have open and closes above 1675, I'll be looking for a continuation up. First, you need to break my 1725 magic number that I gave to everyone to short. Once 1725 is clear with a 4 hour open and close, then we could look for those higher levels that I showed you, like 1860 and all that stuff that I showed you on the daily time frame. All right, guys. So that's basically what we're looking for today. Sorry, the video is a little bit long, but I just want to make sure that you guys are like fully prepared for what's going on. And that's how you guys know that I care, because I get you guys ready mentally, physically, and emotionally with levels, so you're not panicked when prices move quickly. You know what to do when it gets there. All right. So I hope you guys have a great day. Be safe. See you guys in the next one. And don't forget, like, subscribe, press the bell button for notification. If you want to join me and get serious about your trading and go to the next level, join our Discord server. And then if you want to become a professional and doing this for like a living, you should definitely invest in yourself for $20 a month and join our members, so that way you can see what we are doing on a daily basis to, make our gains. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Be safe. I better see some of you guys in the Discord. Adios.